Thank you.
Senator Cheralgei.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to comment something on the statement by Senator Mundigi. Mr. Speaker, sir, and Senator Chute, I want to thank government on the subsidized program of fertilizer. I think what we need to do is now to ensure in future, Mr. Speaker, we devolve to the certain level of either ward level or sub-county level to ease access to farmers. Number two, Mr. Speaker, when I met farmers at the Bonjoka area, Mr. Speaker, in Kabwareng ward, they requested that the issue of subsidized fertilizer should come up a bit early, especially in November, December. And number two, Mr. Speaker, we should not only retain subsidized fertilizer only, Mr. Speaker, to only the aspect of maize only. They want it included in coffee, sugarcane, and tea, Mr. Speaker. And I think we had a robust discussion under the leadership of His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua when we were doing tea reforms in Kericho. So, Mr. Speaker, on the aspect of, and I'm happy government has budgeted more than 5 billion for subsidized fertilizer in this coming planting season in the budget, financial budget of 2023-2024. And we hope the small matter in court of the finance bill shall be resolved so that we can get enough and sufficient resources, Mr. Speaker. Finally, Mr. Speaker, on the aspect, and I think on the statement by Senator Okinyuri, even us, I've seen her talking about the role of Abagusi community in the fight against fight for Kenya's independence, Mr. Speaker. Even us, we have what we call Koitalel, Samoe, and the Nandi warriors and the Kalenjin warriors who are yet to be compensated at now. So I'll be very keen, Mr. Speaker, to relook at it, Mr. Speaker. Finally, on the issue of retention of money, the law is very clear, Mr. Speaker, that retention money acts as to protect the government or county governments from liability. Mr. Speaker, if there is anybody who has taken away retention money from these northern frontier counties, Mr. Speaker, they must fail full force of the law. This is illegal. This is against financial law, against Public Finance Management Act, Mr. Speaker, because the retention money are supposed to act as an insurance of the projects that you are undertaking in county governments and national governments, Mr. Speaker. We will be looking forward, not only the northern frontier counties, even my county, Mr. Speaker, when you check retention funds, especially for flagship projects, Mr. Speaker, they no longer exist. So actually, Mr. Speaker, they are violating the law, and I think what is happening in northern frontier counties, Mr. Speaker, we have had a discussion, especially in Public Accounts Committee, on retention money that affects, Mr. Speaker. So I would be keen that, Mr. Speaker, let us not only restrict, Mr. Speaker, to north frontier counties. I would want also other counties to be included, and I request that, Mr. Speaker, this should not go to Committee of Roads. It should come to where I'm the Vice Chair, Mr. Speaker, so that we can handle, Mr. Speaker, because I know, Mr. Speaker, because I know how these people behave. I'm the only, Mr. Speaker, who has an expertise of clamping them down and ensure that we look at this issue. And I can assure you, Mr. Speaker, as my committee, we will not let the House down. We will not let the leadership down. We will not let Kenyans down. We will handle them where necessary to ensure their account, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Karunga, your point of order, I thought, has been overtaken. The senator has already taken his seat. So
Mr. Speaker,
proceed to contribute, to make your intervention.